Hey, welcome everybody, and just want to welcome you to our channel. Or if you're listening to the podcast audio version of this, thank you for joining. My name is Minor Ramos, the ambassador. Let's call it ambassador, or advocate, right, for barrier-free contractors. And I have Mike Donnelly with me. I want to welcome you as well. I want to just get the things that we've been talking about so far, and you're educating us on the subject has been amazing. But I had an idea, and I was thinking to myself, you know, I can walk today, move around, do whatever I need to do. If I broke my leg for whatever reason, and I had a wheelchair, and I needed to go, to make some popcorn, in the kitchen, and like trying to reach, um, the microwave, like how would I do that? So today let's talk about wheelchair accessible kitchens, and what does that consist of?
Well, I have to tell you, of all the stuff, that's the coolest thing in accessible barrier-free homes is the kitchen. The kitchen, there's been so many fantastic designs and inventions made for people for wheelchair users. And it's not just wheelchair users. It's seniors that can't bend over like they used to, and there's just a myriad of people that need this kind of stuff. But to be able to create a specialty cabinets and specialty designs, specialty appliances that are needed for your specific example that you gave, you put the microwave lower, and you build a cabinet for it, and you can wheel right up to it, and your popcorn is ready to go just by you turning or opening the door from your chair. It's really easy.
Yeah, well, you make it sound easy, that's for sure. Because to most of us, to most of our listeners, this is very complicated, and this is why they feel safe. When they're talking to you, you've done this, with barrier-free contractors. So, what do you recommend on specialty cabinets? I mean, is that such a thing?
Oh, yes. And by the way, if you're hearing noises in the background, like hammering, that's good, because I'm a contractor and we've got a roof being done on our house right now. So there you go. And, it kind of falls right into place. It's beautiful. All right. So anyways, specialty cabinets are really cool. For example, the overhead cabinets that you can actually reach the bottom of the cabinet from a wheelchair, open the door, and you've got what's called a pull down shelf. And that shelf will bring down to your level the plates or whatever is in that cabinet. It's wonderful. They actually make them in electrical pull down scenarios also. All of this stuff is applicable to what you need to have reachable from a wheelchair. And then there's cabinets like a Lazy Susan that actually pulls out from a chair, and it's so simple for you to access. But you didn't even know you could have one of those things. A typical Lazy Susan, you got to reach in and you can't get it. This actually pulls out,
Yeah.
and you've got the ability to access it from your chair. There's, for example, many pantries where you've got the salt and pepper shakers and everything else. Very simply, you pull them out from the side. It pulls out, and you can access those shelves very simply, and it's marvelous. And there's all kinds of designs like that.
That's awesome. Well, I love the special effects with the hammer in the
It's
back.
it's
That's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah, thanks.
So, and in understanding some of these different concepts that maybe we're not aware of, but what is a roll under stovetop? What does that consist of?
That's one of the things I had no clue about. By the way, let's go back 5 or 6 years. I had no clue about any of this stuff. Okay, so what I'm bringing you to the table now, it was not that hard to learn. But in this particular case, a roll under stovetop. If you think about it, you can't access a stovetop in a wheelchair without going side straddle to it. And if you go side straddle to it, then you've got the problem of reaching over the burners. How do you do that? Without killing yourself or without burning yourself. So what we do in this particular case, we create what's a wheelchair roll under scenario where they slide under and have easy access to the top of the stove. It works well. And I've got I've got many examples to show you to prove that it works well. And from a wheelchair user, it's a lifesaver.
That's amazing. And I love, hearing and being educated, from barrier-free contractors about all these different things, because the next thing that I want to talk about, I think is very crucial in a kitchen environment, right? So I could just imagine, somebody going to Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever they end up, buying their appliances. I'm always thinking most of us shop for appliances for convenience, or maybe because of the features that they have, right? Maybe some LG that has all these little gadgets. But how would you decide what type of appliances to use to make them more accessible? Because that's really the key in this factor.
Well, we're going to talk about stoves, ovens, for example. Side opening ovens are very important. You can't pull down if you have a pull down like typical stoves are, okay? You can't access it. You've got to go to the side of it, and it's impossible for a person in a chair to access that, and even a person that has problem bending over. So what we do is we'll order based on their needs that side opening oven that pulls open on both sides, easy access. They pull right up to it and can slide in. And the same thing is true with the refrigerator. Side opening refrigerators that allow for access, and there's tremendous models out there, and it's easy to find these things, and you pick and choose what's best for that specific individual. Okay, and that's true with a dishwasher. Think of a dishwasher, and now you have to bend down to get into a dishwasher. Well, you raise the dishwasher up, and that allows for a person to have easy access to that dishwasher, and you actually have side opening dishwashers too.
And there you go. And that is exactly, folks, how you solve the issue of mobility within the home. And now you know a little bit more about wheelchair accessible kitchen. Mike, I just want to thank you for your time and for your education and the subject, and being a subject matter expert, really. As the ambassador of the program, I'm just delighted to bring people together so they could hear this, whether you're doing it on audio or whether you're watching the video series. We're just excited that you guys are here with us. So until next time, we'll make sure to look out for some additional content and additional videos that we'll be sending out your way. And again, with barrier-free contractors, this is Minor Ramos. Talk to you guys.
Thank you.